What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Devil's Details Diecast Custom Build Series. What you can see on the turntable today is a little bit of a mashup here. I was messing around with this Matchbox number 31 Lincoln Continental that I had in the fodder box, and these faux wire rims that I also had in the tire bin, and thought they kind of looked cool as a combination here, and I got the idea to go ahead and make kind of a donk, if you will. I know it's not as high as a donk, but kind of just a more modern version of a Lesney, as you can see. Most obvious are a couple of issues we have with this vehicle. One being the windshield has a big hole in it, and of course there is no trunk lid. So went on to the old www.ebay.com and sourced a donor vehicle, not only for the windshield and the trunk lid, but also for the interior. Sadly, the windshield on the donor vehicle is not much better, but at least it's intact, and it'll do with what we need it for. And then, of course, that's going to leave us with a donor vehicle with no trunk lid, windshield, or interior. So I think that is going to become a future barn finds build with the cracked windshield, and I'll source some kind of interior for it somewhere. I think I actually have the interior for the Lincoln for this one. I actually found it, but I just don't have it for the video. So as you can tell, these two cars are too much for this little turntable. Not sure the full direction I'm going to go with this car here, but so far I like it on those wheels. And I know I dedicated most of 2022 to rat rods and gaslands and wastelands builds, but I think for this one I'm just going to give it a nice fresh coat of paint, maybe some flames, and leave the gold wheels and call it a day. So bringing this Lesney from vintage to modern day with just a couple of modifications. So stick around, let's see where we go with it. Alright, so upon taking these apart, I realized that the blue Lincoln had some pretty bad rear, I don't know what you would call it, we'll just call it rear deck damage, which is probably why it was missing the trunk lid. And the teal one does have a little bit of damage as well, but way less than the blue. So I decided to instead use the teal body and the blue base to make our car. And this blue one now will become our barn find build, since it has that damage there. And I'm not going to repair that just to only have a better body over here. So sometimes that happens in the builds. You just go with the better body that you have and continue on. So just wanted to share that update that we will be switching gears and using this body with the base, since I already attached the wheels and whatnot. Well, attached the chassis. Wheels are off because I want to paint this chassis anyway, but as you can see, somebody put their initials on it. But I already made the axle tubes and whatnot, so I'm just going to paint this. And we're going to use the original body for the barn find. So stick around. So here we have the Lesney Lincoln, all painted up in a metallic light blue. And I have some silver, hopefully they're going to kind of turn out like ghost flames, but kind of silvery gray flames that I'm going to lay down on the hood. And I think I have another set also maybe to go down the sides. If not, I'm just going to do the hood and then get it all assembled. The chassis has been painted just metallic silver. So that's ready to go. The glass is all polished up, and we're gonna have a final reveal. So not too much for this build. Casting did have a couple of little blemishes. Sorry for the... See if we can get a better focus here. I don't know why it won't focus, but did have a slight blemish in the casting right behind the... There we go, right behind the door. You can see it right there. But other than that, came out looking pretty sweet. So stick around for the reveal, and we'll see you in a minute. And if you remember, this is what we started with. A blue Lesney Lincoln Continental from Matchbox, and a donor Lincoln Continental for the missing pieces, with an idea of making it kind of a urban slash donk type of vehicle. And here's what we came up with. And here it is, folks, the Lesney Lincoln Continental, brought into the 21st century. I bet it thought it would never look this good. Put on some new shoes. I decided not to go with the fake wire rims and found some real riders that I had bought from Benchwork Toys. I think the silver works a lot better with the color scheme than the gold did. I like the fact that it's got a little bit of a reverse rake on the front. Did what I could with the windshield. I could not polish out those two cracks. If I do come across yet another Lesney Lincoln, I will swap out that glass, but at this point it is what it is. Of course, everything looks 100% magnified on camera, but went with that light blue pearl metallic. Again, kind of hard to catch on camera. Did some flame decals, a couple clear coats, did an old school decal on the trunk, and called it a day. So had a lot of fun with this one. I know I said I wasn't going to be doing many quote-unquote clean builds this year, but this one just stumbled across the table, and I got the idea and ran with it, and I think it came out as I was expecting. So don't expect too many of these, but there will be a couple here and there on the channel as the year goes on. So hope you enjoyed it. Stick around for some glamour shots at the end. Until next one, be well.